lot going on right now in the rock and roll world and a little bit in the metal world, not too much. So yeah, I think it's time to bring back a little bit of Ripper news. What is up, my people? JaxB.TheRipper here. So who's been following everything? Let's go ahead and start with Jane's Addiction. Jane's Addiction obviously is more known with like Perry Farrell as well as Dave Navarro, especially Dave Navarro. Remember the tattoo guy who thinks he knows all about tattoos, even though I don't think he's ever tattooed an actual person, but yet he had a reality show judging you on your art? Yeah, that guy. So what happened was, it was a show in Boston, and for some reason Perry decided, it wasn't even like, at first it didn't start off as a hit. It was more like he just shoved him like that, shoved Dave Navarro on the side, and then like they got into it, they're like face to face or whatever, and Dave was like this, and then Perry took a swing, and then everybody came in and separated, right? Well, the crew did, right? And then they took Perry backstage. The band that was left on the stage hugged each other and left. Now, they still haven't talked about why all that happened, like what was the reason or anything, but Perry's wife, Etty, remember Etty from Married to Rock? That was a good reality show. I wish they would bring that one back. But anyways, she came out saying, it was a long statement, but this is what, get to the point or whatever. She was over here saying that the tour, Perry has been complaining about how loud the music was, that it was like, overshadowing the voice and everything and his lyrics, and even people in the front were complaining about that. Okay, but why did he punch Dave? That's what I want to know. And then she goes on and saying that he was dealing with the sore throat. Okay, but why did he punch Dave? That's what I want to know. Then he went to the back and he was starting to act, a little bit more crazier than usual, and then for like a good half an hour then he started crying, and then eventually Etty said that the bass player Eric took some cheap shots at him, and yeah, that was about it. Now, we still don't know why, but today's Sunday and today they have another show, so who knows if they're playing or what's going on. But people were saying that they think Perry was under the influence or something. He did look a little agitated, but here's the thing, I'm not a Jane Addictions fan. Well, to be fair, I've never heard not one song, at least that I know. I knew who Dave Navarro was, obviously, and obviously I only know Perry Farrell because I've watched that reality show, Married to Rock. That was the only reason why I know who he is. But so I can't tell you, like, for all I know, maybe that's just his persona on stage. So that's what I was thinking at first when I was watching the video. I was like, oh, that's probably how he is. But did he look agitated? Yeah, I'm not gonna say I didn't think he looked agitated, but at the same time I was like, oh, maybe that's just how he is. I don't know. But then, like, what people were saying, like the music was too loud, I could totally agree with that part. But again, why did he punch Dave? So I could agree with that part. It did sound really loud, like I couldn't hear the words, but then again, when you're recording on your phone, it's not always going to sound really high quality. Sometimes when I was at AFI, I couldn't believe how almost clear that shit was. But still, it's like not every show's gonna be that way. And I know when I saw Rata Blanca, like, yeah, dude, the music was so loud I could barely hear the guy's voice. So I understand that part, but again, what does that got to do with him hitting Dave, who's just right there playing his little guitar, and then you just go and go like that, and then start cussing him out, and then swing at him. So yeah, I'm just, what does that got to do with hitting Dave? Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. So regardless, we haven't heard a statement. Stay tuned, I guess. Yeah, anyways, moving on. Linkin Park. Alright, so there is a lot going on. I was like, fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I found out that the new lead singer was a Scientologist, even I was like that, okay? Like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh, okay. Out of many, and it's funny because I brought it up with a couple of coworkers. I was like, metal music has Satanism bands, pagan bands, even Christian bands, we have a variety. I've never heard of a Scientology band. If there is such a thing, please let me know. I'll probably do a video on it, I'll do a video on it. Not like attacking them, but let's just talk about the music. That's what we're here talking about, right? So I am very curious if you guys know any of this. Either put it down here, or reach me out in the DMs in Instagram, or even on my Facebook. Also, let me know. But people went after her so hard for that. I mean, it's kind of a relief not going after her because she's a woman. I'm kind of glad. But no, nonetheless, let's all jokes aside. No, I mean, I understand the frustration. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not a huge Linkin Park fan either. I'm starting off with bands I'm not a big fan of, I know. But that's Ripper news. There's a lot of bands that I talk about that I have no idea who they are. Point of news, you know what I mean? So anyways, but Linkin Park fans and even the son of Chester has said that, you know, this is like a disgrace to his dad's legacy or whatever, because why would they have a Scientologist on there if they know what Linkin Park really represents? I can't tell you what they really represent. I probably should have looked that up, sorry. Because I fell off after the Meteora album. In their first album, Hybrid Theory, yeah, okay, yeah. Those were the only two I like, and then they came out with another one in like 2006 or 2007. And it just sounds so generic. I don't know. It was like I don't need to listen to them anymore. So I can't tell you what they stand for. Maybe you guys can, because sure. But, you know, they were so going after her. And yes, I understand people were saying like, oh, well, she was friends with Danny Masterson. That's his last name, right? The guy from that 70s show who played Hyde. And now I can't look at Hyde ever the same anymore. I love that 70s show. That show was my favorite. It's kind of sad, you know, the whole situation. And you guys got to remember, we got to go into this, like, because I understand people were like, I got attacked on TikTok almost for this, but they never replied back to when I confronted them. So maybe I'll put on my shorts, who knows. But anyway, well, if you guys don't know who Danny Masterson is, I mean, I already explained he was from that 70s show, but he is a Scientologist, and they eventually found out that he raped multiple women, and his wife was like in it or just didn't care, one or the other. And not only that, he was doing time, but Emily, I guess, was a really good friend of his, and she was defending him. However, she did come out with a statement. I think she knew they were going to, like, you know, talk about that, which is like, yeah, you need a good PR team, especially if you're a Scientologist, especially that. Because she did come out and say like, hey, you know, I just wanted to believe, basically say, I wanted to believe my friend was innocent, ended up being a bunch of lies. I understand, whatever. Okay, it could be true. It could be true. I mean, it could happen to anybody. I don't know how many fucking moms think their baby boys are innocent. So even the sister-in-law to Scott Peterson, she thinks he's innocent. So watch that documentary. It's so clear they had an affair. But yeah, it's just the fact that, you know, we can't really judge that, you know, it could be really true. Maybe she really thought, this is my friend, he could never be capable of this, and everyone's feeding her stuff, who knows. Scientology will do that, you know, the members will do that. Any kind of church, any kind of cult will do that, you know, even going to work, you know. They will feed you shit here and there. Your little group will feed you shit here and there. That's probably what they did to her, and maybe she realized that. You don't know. It's gonna be on Linkin Park at the end of the day, okay? That's gonna be on them. So hopefully she's not lying. Hopefully she did see like, whoa, no, you really are a piece of shit. How could you lie to me and to everyone? So hopefully she did see that. And I know they're making a big deal too about the sound, how they got to change the sound around her. Obviously the Blizzard, a TikToker I follow, he did a better job at explaining this. I'll leave his channel and info and all that stuff down below, but he kind of explained like, yeah, they got to change the sound around her, which isn't really a big deal. And I was like, yeah, I don't really see that a big deal either. Nightwish did that with Annette. You know, it's been done so many times, not just with that. Van Halen, I perpetuated when they went with Sammy Hagar. Dave Grohl, I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. I could give a fuck. I was never really... Did I listen to Nirvana when I was a child, preteen, 11 years old? Yeah. And then I stopped. I'm not very familiar with Foo Fighters except for the couple of songs that's been playing on the radio. I never cared for the Foo Fighters, to tell you the truth. It just wasn't my type of music. And then here comes this guy out of nowhere talking about how he had an affair. Oh, that young woman gave birth to a daughter and how he's gonna be the best dad ever, and he's gonna go ahead and try to make it work with his family to gain their trust. I'm just like, sir, that is a little TMI that I did not need to know. I was just like, I did not need to know this. And the internet did not, because apparently like one of his daughters, I think it was Violet, had to turn off all her social medias or something. And apparently she's a well-liked character or something, right? Everybody, made it seem like she's a character in a book or something. But anyway, she's a well-liked girl and everyone likes her, whatever. So she had to, I don't blame her for turning off her social medias. Oh my god. It was just somebody on my TikTok left me a message like, oh, the wife, oh my god, my phone just keep going off. I am so sorry. But somebody on TikTok did leave me a comment saying, oh, Dave's wife wanted him to publicly do it. I mean, I haven't seen any evidence of that coming out yet. I mean, I have heard that she's walking around without a wedding ring now, and I know he's lawyered up too, because, you know, his reputation's at risk right now. And I haven't heard anything of that, but I'm just wondering, like, you know, if you're a mother, I'm not a mom or anything, but still, I know what overprotection is because I'm a very overprotective person. I mean, why would you force your husband to say all that when you know what it could do to your daughters? Like, it's one thing if it's your reputation, but to your daughters, like, you know, they're gonna be there on social medias, and I'm pretty sure you want them to succeed in the rock and roll world or some kind of mainstream world in some way, and here you go sabotaging it, so embarrassing the fuck out of them. So yeah, I don't understand why you would put your daughters in that, you know, especially your daughters, you know, more your daughters than your sons. And then everybody, like, on the internet right now is like, they're taking it personal. They're like, how dare you, how dare you? I'm like, are we forgetting he's a rock star? Look, I ain't gonna talk about men versus women right now. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm clearly stating that he's a rock star and this is very normalized. At least, like, you know, in the real world, when, okay, yeah, when men whore around is like one thing, but then they're also expected at a certain age, like, hey, cut that crap and be a good husband, provider, father, you know, there's like an image you now have to be. Whereas like rock stars is like, no, that doesn't exist in our world, you know what I mean? So, you know, I didn't know that Dave had that like goody two-shoe, you know, image or whatever, right? I didn't know that, because he'll be on shows and talk about, oh, my daughter's this, my daughter's that, oh my god, they're so cute. Like, okay, I didn't know he was that kind of person, but still, he's a rock star. If anything, he makes Leonardo DiCaprio look great. Like, no, rock stars do make Leonardo DiCaprio look great. I mean, yeah, he might like them young, but at least he's not putting his load in there, you know, and impregnating them, you know. So good for Leo. I'm glad you're taking responsibility, okay? We need, you know, we need to act more like that. So, and not Dave's route, okay? I just don't like Leo as an actor. All right, I'm getting off track. So yeah, so basically everyone's just heartbroken. They're acting like they got cheated on. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was funny. Somebody posted up, they're like, I would love to hear his wife getting pregnant by another man and him coming out saying, I'm gonna be the best stepdad ever. Just I would love to hear that. I'll be like, you know what, good for you. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. This is a very dramatic time for the rock and roll world. But yeah, it's like I even heard some stuff and I wasn't able to find all the facts on it because I was trying to look for it. But supposedly James Hetfield's a transphobic little fuck or whatever. And then eventually, I didn't know, Kirk Hammett got out of a really messy divorce too. And now he impregnated another young girl too, apparently. Stop impregnating young girls. And older women. Don't go try to get pregnant by younger men. Let's stop with that. Let's be more like Leo here. Leo's very mindful and very demure. Time. It's a crazy time in our world right now. Okay? We gotta take it seriously right now. It's a very crazy time. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do not have a drink. Hold on. Here, I have to turn on the light and everything. But look, I got this new mug. Because my friend knows I like mugs and everything. He got it like straight from Denmark and everything. Well, he's Danish, so yeah. And I thought it was like so cute. So I was like, let me show you guys my new little Viking mug. Also, does anybody remember when Dave, I keep calling him David Grohl instead of just Dave. I know it's the same shit, but still. Does anybody remember when he was talking his shit about Taylor Swift? And now everyone's playing Karma Is My Boyfriend or whatever the name of the song is. Yeah, I'm not a Swiftie. She's alright, but that shit's funny. So learn how to stay in your lane. Again, we gotta be mindful. We gotta be demure, like Leonardo DiCaprio. Fuck. This is a weird time right now. Anyway, salut. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!